Hello and welcome to Story English Podcast.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Clara.
Today's story begins with a very British sort of chaos. Too many tabs, too little sleep, and a travel booking gone wonderfully wrong.
Yes, it's called I Booked 2 Flights to Different Countries on the Same Day.
Not a dream, not a joke, a genuine passport-sweating suitcase panic moment.
And as always, we're teaching real British English through real human stories. So you'll hear natural reactions, everyday phrases, and yes, a few very relatable mistakes.
By the end of this episode, you'll pick up 3 useful British expressions, 1 essential grammar pattern for talking about past regrets, and 5 to 6 culturally rich vocabulary words you won't find in most textbooks.
All wrapped in a tale of autumn drizzle, missed decisions, and a very kind airline agent in Terminal 3.
Ready? Let's go back to that rainy Tuesday in late October.
It was drizzling, not the dramatic stormy kind, but that persistent London drizzle that soaks your shoes before you've even left the house.
Daniel, that's me, was standing in my kitchen, coat half on, suitcase by the door, staring at my laptop like it had just betrayed me.
What was on the screen?
2 confirmation emails, one for a flight to Lisbon, departing 11:15 a.m. from Heathrow, the other to Reykjavik. Same day, same time.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely did.
But how?
Well, it started 3 weeks earlier. I'd been feeling restless. You know that post-summer slump, when autumn sets in and your flat feels smaller and your routine starts to itch.
Oh, I know it. Like your walls are closing in, but it's actually just cabin fever.
Exactly. So I decided, impulsively, to book a solo trek. Just me, a backpack, and some badly timed wanderlust.
Classic.
But here's the thing. I couldn't decide. Lisbon, sunshine, pastéis de nata, cobblestone streets, or Reykjavik, northern lights, silence, steaming hot springs under grey skies.
The ultimate dilemma.
So I did what any rational, sleep-deprived adult would do. I opened 2 tabs and booked both. I'll pick one later, I told myself.
Famous last words.
I completely forgot until Tuesday morning, while pouring tea with one hand and scrolling emails with the other.
Imagine that moment, the kettle whistling, rain tapping the window, and your heart suddenly thumping like you've just missed your stop on the tube.
I checked the calendar. Panic mode. Both flights were in 6 hours. I hadn't even packed.
What did you do first?
I called my best mate, Ben.
Ben of Ben and Holly fame?
Yes, poor Ben. He answered, sounding half asleep, and I just blurted, "I've booked 2 holidays on the same day. Help!"
And what did wise Ben say?
"Mate, have you gone completely round the bend?"
Oh, that's brilliant. Round the bend. Such a British way to say crazy.
Yes, he was. I had.
So Daniel stood in his hallway, suitcase open on the floor, passport in one hand, boarding passes printed on crumpled paper in the other.
My mind was racing. Lisbon meant sun, Reykjavik meant solitude, but cancelling one flight would cost £180, and I couldn't afford to lose both.
That's the cruel twist of travel deals, isn't it? The cheaper the ticket, the less flexible it is.
Exactly. These were basic economy fares. No changes, no refunds.
Had you told anyone you were going?
Only Holly. She'd asked which one I chose. I said Lisbon, just to pick something.
So now you'd have to explain why you turned up in Iceland instead.
Or worse, why you vanished without a trace.
The emotional stakes were rising.
I threw clothes into the suitcase, jumpers, trunks, a raincoat, 2 pairs of shoes, then stopped. Wait, which climate am I packing for?
A thermal jacket or flip-flops?
Precisely. I ended up packing both, then realized the suitcase was 28 kilos, way over the limit.
Oh no.
So I emptied half of it, then started again, changed my mind 3 times. At one point, I just sat on the floor, surrounded by socks, wondering if I should just stay home.
That's the low point, isn't it? When the adventure stops feeling exciting and starts feeling like a punishment.
Yeah, I felt foolish, overwhelmed, like I'd made a mess I couldn't fix.
But then something shifted.
I took a deep breath, made a cup of tea, properly, not just dunking a bag, sat down and asked myself, which trip do I actually need right now?
And what was the answer?
Reykjavik.
Really?
Yes, Lisbon was about escape, sun, distraction, noise, but I didn't need noise. I'd been running on empty for months. What I needed was stillness, space, cold, clean air.
That's beautifully put.
So I deleted the Lisbon confirmation, sent Holly a very honest text, changed my mind, going to Iceland, needed silence more than sunshine.
And she understood.
She replied, "Good call, you've been talking like a ghost lately."
2 hours later, Daniel was on the Piccadilly 9, suitcase rattling beside him, staring out at the blur of brick houses and wet pavements.
When I got to Heathrow, something strange happened. The anxiety lifted, like a weight I hadn't fully noticed was gone.
Smoothness, freedom in commitment.
Exactly. Once I chose, I could focus. I checked in for the flight to Keflavik. The agent, a woman with kind eyes and a silver nose ring, glanced at my ticket, then at me.
What did she say?
Travelling alone to Iceland in November? Brave soul.
Brave soul. That's such a British understatement.
I said, just needed a proper reset, and she smiled. You'll get it there. It's the one place that makes your problems feel small.
Wow.
And she was right.
The flight was smooth. Outside the window, clouds gave way to snow-dusted lava fields. By the time Daniel stepped onto Icelandic soil, the air was so crisp it felt like breathing for the first time in months.
I rented a tiny car, drove to a guest house near the Golden Circle, and spent 3 days walking in near silence, watching geysers erupt, soaking in the blue lagoon under a weak winter sun.
And no one expected you to be anywhere.
No expectations, no schedule, just presence.
Sometimes the biggest journey isn't across countries, but back to yourself.
And it all started because I booked 2 flights on the same day.
Never underestimate the power of a good crisis.
Now, let's look at the language that brought this story to life.
We'll break down 3 British phrases, 1 grammar pattern, and 6 culturally rich vocabulary words, all used naturally in our story.
First phrase, gone completely round the bend.
This means someone's lost their mind or behaving irrationally. It's informal, slightly humorous, and very British.
Like when Ben said, "Mate, have you gone completely round the bend?"
You'd use this with friends or in casual settings, not in a job interview.
Learners sometimes say around the bend, but in British English, it's always round.
You could also say lost the plot, gone off your head, or barking mad, but round the bend is gentler, almost affectionate.
Listen to the linking. Round the bend sounds like round the bend. The D in round softens and the becomes the before the consonant. Try saying it now. He's gone completely round the bend.
Second expression, brave soul.
This is a classic British understatement, used to describe someone doing something slightly risky or unusual, with admiration but without drama.
The airline agent said it when Daniel booked a solo November trip to Iceland.
It's not about physical bravery. It's quiet respect for quiet courage, like eating spicy food, moving abroad alone, or wearing sandals in February.
It's often said with a smile or a raised eyebrow, gentle teasing but kind.
Don't confuse it with poor soul, which means someone you pity. Brave soul is positive.
You might also hear, "You've got guts," or "That takes nerve," but brave soul is more refined, more British.
Brave soul links smoothly. Brave soul. The V and S glide together. Try it. Brave soul.
And finally, proper reset.
Proper here means real, genuine, or thorough, not just a quick fix. It's a very common intensifier in British English.
Daniel told the agent just needed a proper reset.
You'll hear proper used like this all the time. A proper cuppa, a proper mess, a proper laugh.
Learners often omit it or replace it with real, but proper carries a specific cultural weight. It implies authenticity and effort.
Full reset, real break, or genuine recharge work, but proper feels more natural in speech.
In casual speech, proper often sounds like proper with a dropped R, so proper reset. Say it lightly, "I need a proper break."
Now, let's look at the grammar pattern we used, past modals for regret. Specifically, I should have picked one earlier.
This structure, should have plus past participle, expresses regret about a past decision.
It's always subject plus should or shouldn't plus have plus past participle.
We use it when we realize too late that a different choice would have been better.
I should have checked my calendar.
I shouldn't have booked both flights.
We should have talked about this before.
Don't confuse it with must have, which is about deduction. He must have forgotten.
A common error is saying should of, but it's always should have or should have in speech.
In natural speech, should have sounds like should Link it smoothly. I should have picked.
Try saying, I should have listened to Ben.
Now, 6 culturally rich words from the story.
First word, cabin fever.
That restless, irritable feeling you get after being stuck indoors too long, especially in winter.
Very British. We experience it during rainy weeks or lockdowns.
Slightly humorous but real. Example, I need to go out. I'm getting cabin fever.
Wanderlust.
A strong desire to travel and explore the world.
German word, but fully adopted into British English.
Often used romantically, she's always had wanderlust. Tone, poetic, slightly nostalgic.
Over the limit.
Exceeding a permitted amount, like luggage weight or alcohol in your blood.
Daniel's suitcase was 28 kilos, way over the limit.
Airlines in the UK are strict about this. Over the limit implies you'll pay extra.
Basic economy.
The cheapest airline fare class with no flexibility, no changes, no seat selection, no refunds.
Slightly negative, implies you're sacrificing comfort for price.
I booked basic economy and instantly regretted it.
Stillness.
Complete quiet and calm, especially valued in noisy, busy cultures like Britain's.
Daniel said, what I needed was stillness. It's not just silence, it's peace of mind.
Poetic, reflective, deeply human.
Reset.
A fresh start, mentally or emotionally, borrowed from tech but now common in wellness talk.
I need a weekend reset means disconnecting to recharge.
Modern, practical, slightly therapeutic.
So to recap, 3 phrases, round the bend, brave soul, and proper reset. 1 grammar pattern, past modals for regret, and 6 rich words, cabin fever, wanderlust, over the limit, basic economy, stillness, and reset.
Try using one of these this week, especially brave soul or proper reset. They'll make your English sound instantly more natural.
If you enjoyed this story, try using one of today's phrases in a real conversation this week.
come back here and tell us how it went. We read every comment.
And if you'd like more real British English through stories like this, hit subscribe. New episodes every week. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.